Welcome, guys. I'm going to take another shot at the qualifier play-in. So this one is best of three. I'll go ahead and use gold for this one. Sign up ends in 15 hours, so should have plenty of time. Right. It's Bloomburrow sealed. So I've only played one Bloomburrow event so far. Ended up with a quite a good red-black deck, but I went 0-2, unfortunately. And this event you're knocked out if you lose, but it's best of three games. I think I'm going to look at the Soul Red card first. Element. I'm just checking. My sound is working right. Sunspine Links 5/4 for 4 mana. Players can't get life, can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. When Sunspine Links enters, it deals damage to each player equal to the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Okay, so it punishes non-basics. Not going to be that ability is not going to be that important, and it stops life gain, which isn't going to be that important. We are playing best of three. It could be it might be a good sideboard card. Someone has a lot of life gain. Let's see. But it's double red. We don't have any other red rares unless our uncommons and commons are really good. We're probably not playing this. So elsewhere we've got blue, we've got green, we've even got a blue green, we've got a blue black. We don't have any white rares. I'm going to look at this black rare here, Cruel Claws Heist, double black sorcery, gift a card. So I can give my opponent a card. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. Okay, so it's yeah, removal. It's a discard card. If that gift was promised, you may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type may be spent can be spent to cast it. So you give them an extra card, and then you can potentially steal that card and play it. That's quite funny. You make them draw a card for you to steal. That's quite nice. Since we've gone into black, we'll look at the blue-black card. Vren the Relentless. 4 mana for a 3/4. Legendary Rat Rogue with Ward 2. That's already quite good, I think. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. Okay, that's nice. Handy. At the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control, where X is the number of creatures your opponents controlled that were exiled this turn. This looks great. Fantastic card. So if we can pair this up with some removal cards, so we can play this, hopefully it doesn't die, and we can start killing their creatures, then we're on to an absolute winner. Fantastic card. Right. We've looked at blue-black. We'll start looking at the blue cards. We have Kitnap. I'm guessing this is a control magic. 2 blue and 2. You can gift a card. Enchant creature. When Kitnap enters, tap enchanted creature. If the gift wasn't promised, put 3 stun counters on it. You control enchanted creature. Right, I get it. Okay. It is control magic. but the creature is stunned unless you gift them a card. Control Magic, I think, still a good card for 2 blue and 2. Steal their biggest thing. So, really good card, actually. Now, this one looks a bit challenging. It's 3 blue and 1. It's difficult to cast. Legendary creature, Elemental Fish. Eluge, the Shoreless Sea. Eluge's power and toughness are each equal to the number of islands you control. We might not have that many islands if we're playing 3 colours. And it's going to be very hard to cast. Whenever Eluge enters or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. It's an island in addition to its other types, for as long as it has a flood counter on it. First instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn costs 1 blue less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. Okay, so good news, it can make islands by putting flood counters on your lands. So it gets bigger every time it attacks. And it makes your blue spells cheaper, so your Kitnap is a bit cheaper. Is it actually any good at all? Because the biggest it's going to be is equal to the number of lands you've got. It's probably not going to be that big. It's probably going to be about half your lands at best. So it's probably like a 2/2 for 4 mana most of the time. But then it becomes a 3/3, let's say, because it's making another land into an island. So, yeah, I don't know if it's very good, that one. We might not play that. If we want to play other colors, it starts to get very difficult to cast. Yeah, it makes your other blue spells cheaper. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll go on to the blue-green card. Dreamdew Entrancer. So blue, green, and 2. Frog Wizard with reach, 3/4. I think that's already quite a good card. When he enters, tap up to 1 target creature and put 3 stun counters on it. If you control that creature, draw 2 cards. So it can be card draw, it can be a removal, and it's a reach creature as well. I think that's just a solid card. Pretty decent. We have an Innkeeper's Talent, green and 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Right, fantastic. So for 2 mana, I'm growing my creatures every turn. Brilliant. For 1 green mana, it becomes level 2. Permanents you control with counters on them have Ward 1. Alright, that's just okay. Then 1 green and 3. If you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. For example, I might put 6 stun counters on something instead of 3. Which could be good. I'm just seeing how many counter things I've got. This will put 2 flood counters on a land. Which doesn't change anything. Okay. That's fine. And we have for the common good, green XX sorcery. Create X tokens that are copies of target token you control. Then tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn. You gain 1 life for each token you control. So you can make a bunch of creatures, everything gets indestructible, every token gets indestructible, and you gain some life. Could be fantastic with Ren the Relentless, because you've got special rats that grow the more rats you have. Uh, so that's going to make the rats a lot bigger. So I think that could be quite good. Good combo there. So from the rares, it's looking sort of a bit salty. Blue, black, and green. I think Innkeeper's talent is fantastic. I think Vren the Relentless is fantastic. I think Kitnap is fantastic as well, and Dreamdew Entrancer. Yeah, I think he's really good as well. I think those four are really good. The fish, not so much. The heist, not so much. Maybe it's just double black. It's just too hard to cast. For the common good, yeah, it's a great combo with these rat tokens. Um, but uh, yeah, it just makes my tokens indestructible. It might not be that good, but yeah, definitely a fantastic combo with that. But combo cards, are inherently weak. The combo's got to be that much better because on their own they're not necessarily that good. Okay, white did not have any rares, but we're gonna go through every color anyway. Maybe it might be fantastic. You never know. We're looking for evasion creatures, removal, and bombs. And my definition of bombs, something that gives you card advantage every turn, or maybe a creature that gives you that is also removal. Something that fills two categories can be a bomb, I think. Um, right. So anyway, Flowerfoot Swordmaster is a mouse soldier with offspring. Whenever this creature becomes a target, mice you control get +1 till end of turn, so it pumps all the mice. Okay, so cheap little creature for 3 mana. You get two of them. We get a 1/2 and a 1/1, and they pump the entire mouse team every time they get buffed with a spell. Right. Yeah, anytime they're targeted for the first time. I think it's okay, but I don't think it fills any of my categories. I've actually got three of those. It's quite unusual. It's an uncommon. I managed to get 3 copies. Would be good fodder for a mouse deck if we've got lots of mouse payoffs. We've got 3 mice right here. You can actually double up and make 2 mice. And of course, this is a mouse payoff itself. So it's got potential. Brightblade Stoat is 2/2 first strike and lifelink. Very solid, sort of, I would call it aggro filler. So if you need a 2 mana creature, this is a good shout. But I don't think it's not a reason to play white. So I think we pass on it. Jolly Gerbils, Hamster Citizen. Whenever you gift, draw a card. So this is very much conditional. Could be fantastic if you've got loads of gift cards, but we skip it for now. In fact, what we can do, we haven't even picked any cards yet. We can actually just do a search for gift, see how many gift cards we've got, get an idea, just a little idea of if it's going to work. Parting Gust. Right, Parting Gust is a nice removal spell, so you can exile something and replace it with a 1/1 fish, basically. So, yeah, that's a good removal spell. but yeah, it's the only other one in only one in white, and then in blue we've got quite a few. Um, Starforged Sword, what's that? Oh, you can attach it. +3/+3, and loses flying. Oh, that's yeah. If I gave you flying, that would be quite good. So I think we've established the Jolly Gerbils may not be very good because I'm not sure if that's enough gift cards to justify the Gerbils. Still, a 2/3 for 2 is not bad. Nettle Guard, more mice. Mouse Soldier. When these are targeted, they get +2 toughness. They're a disenchant basically. Disenchant on a stick. Sacrifice them to disenchant something. Yeah, pretty good. I think I don't count it as removal if it's just a disenchant. Sonar Strike. 4 damage to target attacking, blocking, or tapped creature. You gain 3 life if you control it back. Great card. Yep, that's a good one. Banishing Light is removal. That's a good one. Rabbit Response. Okay, pumps your team +2/+1. And you can scry if you've got a rabbit. It's just a combat trick. Not a big deal, I would say. You come back to this if you're making loads of creatures, like with your maybe if you're playing your mouse deck with these Swordmasters. Wax Wayne Witness is a Bat Cleric, so that's got flying, vigilance for 4. Gets pumped up every time you gain or lose life. So this is an evasion creature, so we'd pick this as well. But you can see we've only got 4 white cards. It's not probably going to be enough to build a deck around. So we probably can just eliminate white, honestly, but we'll come back to that later. We'll see what we've got in blue. I'm just going to select blue like this. There might be some multicolored white cards. There are actually. We'll have a look at them now. Creed Mentor. It's got flying, so we like that. 2/3 flying. And it can pump up non-flying things when another creature with flying enters. Okay. It could happen. Seedglaive Mentor, Vigilance Haste, 3/2. And it gets counters if it gets targeted. There's an argument here that haste is a little bit like vigilance, not vigilance, like evasion, because it's an extra attack coming in before your opponent might be ready for it. So I think I'll include these. Veteran Guardmouse. I've actually got 3 of these. So this guy gets first strike when he gets targeted. So that's if I need more mice for some reason. Got quite an incredible number of mice in white. He is there, but not a big deal. Right, Burrow Guard Mentor, Rabbit Soldier. Parent toughness each equal to the number of creatures you control. Okay, Trample is an evasion ability, and we could go for lots of creatures. That could work out quite well. So yeah, there's a few colours we could pair up white with. Into the Flood Maw. Gift a tapped fish. Return target creature to an opponent. An opponent controls to its owner's hand. If the gift was promised. You can target a non-land permanent. Okay. I think yeah, it's basically unsummon. That and potentially boomerang if you give them a fish. So I think it's technically counting as removal. I think that's okay. Splash portal. Okay, it's sorcery speed. You can only exile a creature you control. It doesn't seem very good to me, Splash portal. So we'll skip that. Bellowing Crier. You draw and discard 2 mana. I like that card. I think you want cheap things that let you, dig through your deck. Yeah, I think that's actually quite good. Dazzling Denial, counter a spell unless controller pays 2. Okay, so there's a counter spell. It's counter spells are removal, so let's consider that. Gossip's Talent. Whenever a creature you control enters Surveil 1, you can, for 2 mana, whenever you attack target attacking creature power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. So nice. Gives you an evasion ability. So for total of 4 mana, one of your small creatures is unblockable. I'm going to say that is good. That's definitely worth considering. I'm curious about the level 3. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may exile it, then return it to the battlefield under its own control. Okay, you can blink something if it deals combat damage. Might be useful, and I think so. I think that's quite good. Long River Lurker 2/3 Ward 1. Other frogs have Ward 1, and it can make something unblockable, and that thing can then blink. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. It gives something you can pick something and make that unblockable. That could be important. I'm going to say that's a good card. Pearl of Wisdom, 3 mana. Draw 2 cards. 3 mana to draw 2 cards. Yeah. Never sure about card draw, but I think so. I think 3 mana is cheap enough that maybe that's good. Dire Downdraft. Right, this is where you put it on the top or bottom of the library. Yep, so that's a removal spell. That's definitely good. Include that. We're not sure about this fish. It's bit iffy. I think we forget the fish. Kitnap is good. It's basically control magic. Mind Spiral is draw 3. If gift was promised, you tap a creature and put a stun counter on it. So that's removal and card draw. I like that. So sorcery speed, but yeah, good. Skyskipper Duo Bird Frog, 3/3 flying, and you can blink something. Okay, yeah, got 2 of those. That seems good. Friend the Relentless is fantastic. So let's think about that. Tempest Angler, non-creature spells. Pump it up, and it's an otter, so it'd make my card draw card cheaper. There's definitely an argument for Tempest Angler there, even if he's effectively double blue. Pond Prophet, when he enters, draw a card. Frog Advisor. Yes, I think that is good. And there's lots of things that blink, so you can keep drawing cards off this guy. So I think he is good. Dreamdew Entrancer, we've established it's very good. Lilysplash Mentor, 4/4 reach. That's great. And for 3 mana, you can exile something and bring it back. Fantastic. Yeah, 2 of those. That seems great. On to black. Ravine Raider. There's a rogue with menace. Then you can pump him up. Yeah, he's got evasion. He's actually makes him good. Agate Blade, Assassin. Um, he's sort of got evasion, so he can attack and do a 1-point drain life. He's got to risk himself to do that, so it might not be that advantageous. I think we skip that one. Bonebind Orator can, bring something back from the graveyard. So his card advantage. He's okay, yeah. I think we skip him though. Cruel Claw's Heist is definitely reasonably good, but I think just too hard to cast for double black. I think maybe not. Persistent Marsh Stalker gets pumped up for each other rat you control, and we've got another card that makes rats. Oh, and you can come back from the graveyard if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, as long as you only attack with a rat. Yeah, that seems really good. We've got Rat Squirrel. Oh, great. It's got Death Touch. And you can mill 2 cards if you want. 2 of those. I think those are good. Psychic Whorl. Opponent discards 2. If you control a rat, surveil 2. Pretty aggressive, these kinds of cards. Um, it's definitely a deck, this one, but I don't think these discard cards go in every deck, so I'm going to skip them for the moment. Sinister Monolith. Yeah, lose 1 life, gain 1 life, pay 2 life, sack it, draw 2 cards. Yeah, bit of direct damage, bit of card draw if you need it. I think that's quite good. I'm going to take that one. Galewind Duo. It is flying. It does a 2-point drain life. Yep. Even for 5, I think that's pretty reasonable. Cindering Cutthroat. And it can be a 4/3, and you can give it Menace quite easily. So it's evasion, an evasion creature. I think that's okay. Right. Let's look at red. Playful Shove. 1 damage to any target. Draw a card. Yeah, I think that's good. Agate Assault is great. That's 4 damage. Fantastic. Kindle Spark Duo. Lizard Otter, and it can ping for 1 damage. And it can untap. Wow. Sorry, 1 damage to target opponent. Yeah, if it could target anything, that would be outrageous. No, it can only target the opponent. It is direct damage, so it's like an evasion ability. I think it's okay. I think we consider it. Wildfire Howl, 2 damage to each creature. If you can do 1 extra damage to something. So it's a sweeper. 2 damage sweeper. Sunspine Lynx is actually not very good here. I think we ignore it. And then we've got a removal spell, conduct electricity, reach, trample, haste. Yeah, that's fine. And there's the Guardmouse there as well. And we look at green. Oh, right, +1 counters. So each time you put 1 on, this gets a supply counter. And then 2 mana, you can remove a supply counter and draw a card. Okay. It's a shame it doesn't have a way of putting counters on. But so you've got to combo it with another card. I like it, but let's see if we how many ways we've got of putting counters on creatures. Because we've got Innkeeper's Talent, which is fantastic. That goes very well. 3-tree Rootweaver is a mana dork, so that's really good. Okay, This can be 4/3 trample. You just need a token. I think that's a good evasion creature. Heaped Harvest, I've seen this before, so you get to ramp out a land when it enters and when you sacrifice it. I think that's fantastic. Polliwallop is a green removal spell. I think it's good. This is an evasion creature. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, and it's got offspring on it. I think that's good. Treeguard Duo. So it can do a one-off pump of one of your creatures. It's good if you've already got an evasion creature. But I don't think I'm not bowled over by this one, so I think I'll skip that one. Treetop Sentries have reach. You may forage when they enter, which means exile 3 cards from graveyard or sacrifice a food, and that lets them draw a card. I think that's good. I think a 2/4 reach is absolutely fine. I think it's good and limited, so we take that one. Galewind Moose, Flash, Vigilance, Reach, Trample for 6 mana. Yes. And for the common good, you can copy your tokens. Not counters. You can copy tokens. So it could be good, but not in every deck. I think we actually sort of leave that out for a bit. And stocking the pantry, if it only goes well with the one card, like the Innkeeper's Talent, I think it is a bit dodgy trying to use that. You've got to think about what other cards are giving us counters, which might not be very many. Bloomburrow Mentor sort of does it. But, oh, and Tempest Angler gets +1/+1 counters. Yeah, there's a few ways of doing it, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not confident stocking the pantry is gonna do anything. Let's look at artifacts and the colorless Hidden Grotto. Get to surveil 1, and it's kind of an emergency mana fixing thing. It's sort of you got that mana fixing tax. It costs 1 extra mana, but I still use these cards. Fountainport Bell. You can put the card on top of the library, and then you can sacrifice it to draw the card. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. That's good mana fixing. Bumbleflower's Sharepot makes a food token, and for 5 mana you can destroy a permanent. That's great. That's it's a 5 mana removal spell, but that's pretty awesome. Yeah, the Starforged Sword we had a look at. It's +3/+3, and you can move it around to different creatures. That might be really good. It might be better than I think. But the creature loses flying. That's the only thing. I might leave that out. So that's what we've ended up with. So these are our cards we're going to consider. 8 white, 8 black. We've got 20 in blue, 14 in green, 11 red. So I'm feeling blue green. A blue green frog deck might be what we're looking for here. I think let's just cut white first and see what it looks like. I think we've got potential to splash colours. as well. That's white cut, so there's definitely some good black cards. There's also some red. Yeah, let's cut red first. Got two agate assaults, which is pretty good. So keep the Tempest Angler. Yeah, drop that one. Probably conduct electricity. Potentially we can splash for that. Just keep the good red cards. And we'll look at black. So yeah, cut him. There is a whole rat strategy, so we might think about that much. Stalker. Death Touch is there. Sinister Monolith. You know what? No, let's cut these. I don't think I'm going for rats that to that extent. We might. I think Vern the Relentless is just great on his own. I don't think he needs any other black cards. So that flying thing is a bat lizard. I think definitely cuts that, and let's say we keep it super simple. We cut the red. We cut that down. So yeah, we got then we've got 47, and we decide. Okay, so we've got 16 creatures. 2, 7, 7, 10. We've got too many 4-drops. That's where we basically got to make all the cuts. And I'm not sure if Tempest Angler is going to be any good. You need a good chunk of spells. 5 and 3. You've got 5 and 3 so far. I'm going to assume Tempest Angler is just not going to be that good. Dire Downdraft. Yeah, these are all sort of removal spells. Yeah, Rush Shield Rampage, I'm not that excited about. Yeah, we do have some really good ones in the 4-drops. So we could probably drop Dire Downdraft. Do we drop Polliwallop? Yeah, we're actually doing quite well for frogs, I think. How many frogs have we got? 8 frogs. What about the more expensive things? Galewind Moose. Maybe that. I don't think Galewind Moose is necessarily going to happen. Skyskipper Duo. I don't know about that one. I think we're at the tricky stage here. I think I'll call it end of part 1. Have a bit of a think about this and finish up the deck. Thanks for watching so far. Welcome back, guys. So I've gone for the green-blue deck. I've actually dropped the Random Relentless. I actually don't have that much direct removal in the deck. It's only a couple of cards, so it's hard to actually arrange rats. with this card, so I don't think it's going to make any rats, so I don't think it's worth splashing for, to be honest. I've ended up dropping Druid of the Spade because I don't think I have enough tokens, and this I feel like most of the time this is just going to be a 2/3 creature. So, and you might notice in the mana curve there's a lot of 4-drops, not very many 3-drops. I'd point out, so you've got Polliwallop and a couple of Dire Downdrafts, so these can all get reduced in cost to about 3. So those are my extra 3-drops, sort of these removal spells. I'd say we're a bit low on creatures. We've only got 12 creatures, which might be an issue. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah. So best of 3. We'll just go for it. It's might not be the greatest deck in the world, but we'll give it a shot. Let me just play first, I think. Okay, this seems playable. I'll keep it. Just gonna see if I can get any sound. Yeah, did turn the sound off. There we go. That's better. Okie doke. We might not have a creature till turn 4, but aha! 3/3 Rootweaver. We like that. So we have a ramp creature. The Entrancer is good for tapping down a creature, though. That's the only thing. It's green and black. But that can draw me 2 cards if I tap my own dude, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, let's draw 2 cards. Yeah, solid. I'm happy with that. Just thinking about flash creatures he might have, but I'll go ahead and attack. So I think I want this Gossip's Talent out. Fountainport Bell seems good. I think we can actually get a Skyskipper Duo if we hit a land, so I think that's reasonable. Pop a forest on top. And yeah, just sacrifice it straight away. I think it might want to mill. Well, I suppose it's instant speed, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. You did save it to get a food token so that he can draw a card. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Right, we could of course Kitnap that. We could Polliwallop it. Or we could Skyskipper Duo. Exile. Blink the Entrancer. Mind Spiral's pretty good. 3 cards. Let's tap that down. Keep that on top. So I feel like maybe no need to do anything special, or just attack with both creatures. Okay, -2. I could Polliwallop and kill his blocker. Let's see. Yeah, I could level that up. Oh, as a sorcery. As a sorcery. Yeah, I was just thinking, surely I can do that at instant speed. No, no, you can't. Drawing another card. Well, I see, if I pop that on top of his deck, he can replay it and draw another card. That said, it does take out a blocker. Oh. Okay, nice. The Moose does not have haste, right? I'll gift him a tapped fish. Target myself to draw 3. Red Pawn Profit, draw another card. Okay, that's a good card. And just attack with everything. Let's control 5/3. You're dead. Okie doke. I think the Kitnap, Wits Patrol. Lurker. Actually, we were only doing 5 damage. Wasn't lethal. Okay, so green and black. Is there anything amazing here? What's Shield Rampage might be good, because he had a lot of power 2 creatures he was trying to block with. I don't think he's got as many flyers, so I think I'll drop the sentries. We'll see. We'll see. Right, it's not a great hand, I think, but we'll keep it. We've got a 4-drop basically. Remove a spell. Turn 5. Oh, that card's good, isn't it? Let's maybe you sacrifice something. Mill 2. We drew something. Another remove spell, actually, for 5 mana. Oh, that's our turn 6. Sorted out. Just thinking, I don't think we've got anything else to do with food other than sacrifice it. So I'm thinking of sacrificing this food now, just whilst I've got spare mana. He's only on 2 land. That's unfortunate. He got 1. Okay. Oh, I see. You can get creatures back if you sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. Not bad. So 3. Be a creature I exile this. There's just no reason to use that. So this thing's got Flash, Vigilance, Trample. I've got Polliwallop. I think I can just attack with both. It's sorcery speed, that thing. Okie doke. And we just Polliwallop. So whack one of those. We get a favourable trade. 2 for 1, basically. Okay, I think downdraft that because it could trade. card. One. And I've still got the Sharepot, which can knock out his blocker. Okay, we're off the mark. I'm just going to working. There we go. Nice. So we're up to 2,000 gems already. That's pretty nice. We will keep going. So our 12 creature deck managed to draw some creatures. That was the thing I was worried about. We've got the Hidden Grotto. We got Innkeeper's Talent. That is a good card. Keep 7 and Pawn Profit as well is pretty good. Just drawing a card straight away. It's got to be blue or green mana, so we can't play the Grotto in the first 2 turns. I'll point out. We could go for a ramp card and play the duo, turn 3. But I think I prefer the profit. Now Sarah bounce. Innkeeper's Talon, and we'll start pumping up our Pawn Profit. Hatchwork banner, okay, pumps all creatures of a type. Okey-doke. Okey-doke, we go for the Grotto now. And we can drop an island, so that's fine. We've got Lilysplash Mentor. That's pretty good. Pop that guy to 3/3, swing for 3. Which has he gone for? Squirrels. Okay. Right. He has a creature. It is 4/4. I think I'm going to just go for the tap down. Dreamdew Entrancer. Up to 5/5. Why not? Little one, okie doke. It's got a little buddy. Suppose we just bounce you. And let's Treeguard Duo. Pop that. And like too much damage is going to go through. But this is kind of ridiculous. I've got 12 creatures in the deck, so I managed to draw half my creatures. So I think I've been quite lucky this game. Okay, all we saw was squirrels. I'm guessing it's green and black. You couldn't draw the swamp, unfortunately. Is there any reason to play a Rust Shield Rampager? Possibly not, so I'm going to say go again. Okay, now we have an issue. So double green. There's 4 things we can't cast. We can get a Sharepot, but it doesn't do a great deal. I think it's a very risky hand. And this should be my first mulligan. Okay, Hidden Grotto is alright. Might get us to an island. Pond Profit could be good if we do need a 3rd land to cast that. Innkeeper's Talent, Gossip's Talent. Yeah, let's keep 6. I think we'll drop a Treeguard Duo. That's my feeling. Okay, Treetop Sentries we found. Okay, I will go Forest. I hope we do draw a basic land. Yeah, green and black. It's got a good card. Ah, fantastic. We are very lucky indeed. Play the Pond Profit and get a card. He's got Innkeeper's Talent in his deck as well. That is a good card. That's got 1 as well. Nice. He's getting life off that one. Beautiful. We want that land. We play our own Innkeeper's Talent. We'll try and race him. We obviously need 1 extra to deal with that with removal. So we need to get to 5 land for the Entrancer to do anything. Oh, so that's just going to get pumped up more. That's good. Treetop Sentries can forage, but well, we don't have any forage for them. Or we could do that. That might be a good idea. It makes this guy harder to get rid of. We could play Gossip's Talent as well. Might be a good idea. We'll see. But we really need to hit land number 5. He has another creature. What's this one do? Each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. Okay. I'll lose my flyer. Honestly, I need removal cards. And this is going to get him to 6, so he's going to do 7 damage. Is that right? Oh, he's going to pump that one up. Okay. It's 5 damage. Fair enough. Makes sense. He's going to spread out the damage. I will Dreamdew Entrancer and yeah, do that. Do that and pay the ward cost. Galewind Moose. Oh, that's a shame. Well, he's just not gonna be very impressive after a while. I'll get rid of it because yeah, we need another land. Are we just going to block at this point? I think we might have to block, honestly. We can't attack, so obviously we're blocking. I haven't even looked at this. Oh yeah, I get murdered by this thing as well. That's a 6/6. Yay, at least that thing is still stunned for the moment. And we can actually draw a card off our Treetop Sentries here. Don't need that forest. Yeah, get rid of 3 things. Forest. Flyer. Yeah, okay. Fountainport Bell, not the worst. Just an extra card, basically. Decline that, and we just sack that and draw a card and see what we get. You know what? Might have been a bad idea because it's another card he can potentially get rid of. I think just do more damage, pump that guy up to 4/4. He could have another Bandit's Talent and make me. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't lose 2, do I? Okay, he's got a little dude with that one. But I've drawn my Kitnap, which is pretty nice. What does... Yeah, I've got to gift him a card for this to not be... I'll gift him a card, why not? It does get tapped, it doesn't get the stun counters though. What does this one do? Okay, that means somebody's unblockable. That seems good. But I'm gonna pump that guy up anyway. Hey, ooh, 3/3. You can exile things. So you can eventually become a 7/7. Nice. Card. Okay. Fair enough, it's getting closer to that. Oh yeah, forgot about that, didn't I? Anyway, Mind Spiral, hit its blocker, gift him a fish. Oh, target player draws 3 cards. Target creature gets stunned. Play the forest. Oh, Downdraft doesn't work, does it? Yeah. Not bad. Okay, 2 wins up to 4,500 gems. Keep going. I think we made a good mulligan choice there. So I think we had, yeah, 2 forests. Mulligan into a forest and a non-basic land. Oh, it's the 2 forest hand again, but we've got Pond Prophet, we've got Fountainport Bell, we're fine. Oh, he's got a good start. Let's give me an island. Red-white. Usually pretty aggressive. Seedglaive and Mentor. Vigilance, Haste. 3-2. That's going to get quite painful. I think we can play the Grotto, so let's play it. Get rid of an island. Play the Heaped Harvest. Ramp out of land. Get another island out. No attacks. Two on first strike. Oh, that's Rockface Village, and it gives something haste. Nice. So it's 6. I thought it was going to be bad this turn, but yeah, 6 damage. Another 3 haste damage. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's got. Yeah. Right. Now we can play Lilysplash Mentor, which is a 4/4 blocker. And see what happens to it, basically. Dire Downdrafts we've got as well. I think let's play the creature. He's got Banishing Light. Alright. Okay. 7 damage. Gonna draw a card. Nicely pumped up. Right, Dire Downdraft. Cost 3 mana to bounce the Mentor. I'll have 2 mana left over. That thing will be... Yeah, I might chuck a Rootweaver in the way of it, possibly with the Pond Prophet. See how that works. Two cards left in hand. That's pumped up. Pumped up again. Okay, let's Dire Downdraft for 5/4 with the 2 counters on it. We'll chuck a 1/1 in the way of that thing. thing does have haste, by the way. Lilysplash Mentor. Is something we could do. Or we could do another Dire Downdraft, and we could do a Heaped Harvest, gain 2 life. Yeah, let's try that. Put up a bit more mana, and then we've got the Galewind Moose potentially next turn. I could even tap those guys to play a mentor. That somehow doesn't seem like a good idea. Dire Downdraft. But I don't know, trying to. It's just going to trade off, I suppose. That's the only thing. This thing's a 3/4. It's a risky kind of moment. Okay, let's go. Let's just go next. No attacks. This could be removal and a mentor. No, let's play it. I'm gonna take a risk. Mentor. He does have removal, and he has enough to kill me. Yeah. Well, I'm a fool. Of course, he has removal enough that the right removal, and just enough to kill me. Okay, I think we definitely look at our spells here. Feel like Dazzling Denial might be good. It's about just slowing him down a bit. If we have Dazzling Denial, we have to take out, I think, one of the flyers. Mind Spiral, maybe. Rush Shield Rampage, I'm not sure about that. I think. Okay, all the islands. Gossip's Talent. 2 things we can't cast. I don't think it's good enough. I'm going to mulligan. This time we get 2 islands. We get Pond Profit, which is important. We can get rid of the moose. Got that again. And I get the Pond Profit again. And I get a forest off it. Ah, that is lovely, actually. The earlier I can play Heaped Harvest, I think the better. Okay, that's 2 damage for me. Play a Heaped Harvest. I'm not going to worry about damage. Oh, yeah, the mice. I wonder if we'd like a land on top with this. Maybe not. I think just play it. Let's decline that. And let's play the Lurker. Oh yeah. It can't be blocked. Attacks, then it can exile, so it can give me another card, which is pretty sweet. I'd forgotten about that. And it untaps, even better. Haha! And I can play it after the combat phase, that's wonderful. Right. We don't need another Hidden Grotto, so we get rid of that. And Amazon. What does War Squeak do? It is just a +1/+1 kind of thing. It's got Offspring, so that's getting pumped up. Okay. Gonna pump up a couple of things, right? Let's see. And yeah, okay. All kind of horrible things are happening. So that is a 4/3. Let's pop the bell. Trade with the 4/2, I guess, and take lots of damage. Lose half my life. Innkeeper's Talent, yes. It's that. Well, it is that, or play a big creature. We have no choice. I think we've got to play a big creature, and it's got to be the Entrancer because he can at least take out a 3/2 for a while. What do these things do? Right, it pumps things up. I see. Yeah. It's dead. Okay. At least it's only 1 damage this turn. Okay, we get to 6. I will pop the Harvest. And we'll get another chunky creature. Lilysplash Mentor. The Sentries can actually draw me another card. That seems good. Yeah. Get rid of that one, please. You'd think with these extra cards I might be winning, but I'm still not sure. 3/2. Right. So this can effectively draw me another card. That's good. Yeah, let's do that. That can exile the Pawn Prophet again. Innkeeper's Talent. Can get the Sentries up to 5 toughness. Okay, what is that? Oh, okay, something gets pumped and gets trample. Nice, okay. Didn't attack, that is a big win. Okay, permanence. Okay, right. I think, let's see, 5. I'm on 9 mana here. So, let's do that. And I believe we can do that and still enough to do something else. Like a Lilysplash Mentor. 1 profit, something reasonable, and start chipping away at his life total maybe. Yeah, let's start chipping away. I'm gonna take a risk. I may very well regret this. If he's got some kind of overrun. Ramp creature, a haste creature. And lots of things getting popped up. Yeah, okay. I probably made a terrible error there, yeah. I mean, that's 11 damage, isn't it? Okay, yeah, just attack with everything. Okay, I can do 4 damage to this thing, and it's got trample. That thing got trample, yeah, that's 6 damage, okay. Yeah, that thing's horrendous. Let's kill it. Kill that thing. Okay, let's count up. 3 getting through, plus 6, plus 1 is... It's 10 damage getting through. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Okay, I've got a difficult block to make then. I block that one though. So, yeah. I think I just had to block 5 damage there and kill this thing. And maybe that works. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I ended up with 1 creature left, unfortunately, but there's a frog rabbit, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 mana I'll be on. So yeah, we got to kidnap that thing. I'd gone. I'm just thinking, if he had a frog, I could have made my Polliwallop cheap enough. Maybe no, probably not. Probably wouldn't have worked. Okay, let's play a Treeguard Duo. Pump that up. I think we just still lose. Pump the flyer. Oh, it's 8 damage. Interesting. Not enough to win. Yeah, just wins like that. So yeah, I attacked with the flyer. It was too ambitious. He had another haster, and it just won. He had a haster and another double creature. And that's that. That's the run. Okay, get a nice chunk of gems there for a couple of wins, 4,500. And yeah, I was not sure this would be any good. I thought this might just lose the first match, but it turned out to be not bad. Pretty consistent deck. It's got a few ways to sort of fix mana screw early on, and got a fair amount of removal, and then it's sort of got a fair amount of card draw. So it's getting ahead of the opponent. It's got the inevitability factor if it survives. So I think that's why it won a couple of matches. only got 12 creatures, so that's a big risk that you just sit around doing nothing for quite a while. But yeah, so it's an area of inconsistency, but the card draw can help even that out, I think. But yeah, I don't think the card I left out would have helped that much. Vren the Relentless. I wasn't really killing enemy creatures that much, so yeah. And this is the thing that killed me: the Seaglaive Mentor. I thought that seemed quite a good one. Yeah, Dreamdew Entrancer is pretty fantastic, and the got to see the exile theme of got quite a bit of value out of exiling stuff and coming back into play. Usually my pawn profit, I managed to draw quite a few extra cards, so that was quite nice. That was quite satisfying. Let's claim our gems there. Yeah, we're up to 2800. Very nice. Okay. I think that is a video.